you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. We have sort of a very specific video for us today. It's Saturday for me. I have a wedding in a few hours for my neighbor, and so I don't want to get too dirty and too sweaty out here. But now I want to do my big plant thing for the day. I try to do at least one thing a day, even if my day is busy. So I would like to introduce you to Cyclamen. This one in particular is called Laser Synchro Scarlet Cyclamen, and they also come in white, and I think there's a pink variety too, but there may be more than that, but that's all I've seen. So essentially they're grown with a tuber, and they're meant to bloom in the fall and in the winter. Now, when I was doing my research trying to figure out what did I buy and where should I put it in the yard, I quickly realized that this is not really the best plant for Florida. I mean, it is and it isn't. So here's some basics. Like, it loves the 60 to 65 degree weather. When do we have that? We have that in the winter here. But it also doesn't like freezing. Once you start going over 70, I found out through local growers that they usually bring their cyclamen in. So we're going to be picking out a pot and putting it in the yard up until probably about April-ish or May. And then it's going to go in the house. Also, the other thing it likes and prefers is bright but indirect sunlight. So I'm not going to be putting it out here in the sun. I'm going to actually put it in my shade garden, but in a pot. So it'll be above ground, and then once we hit summer temperatures, it's going to come inside and live inside my beautiful 70-degree house for summer. Probably in a window area, but not a south-facing window, or maybe a west-facing window would be bad too. But anyhow, so this is just a little pot it came in. Oh, let me talk about it. It has these beautiful little round leaves, almost a little bit like a geranium, but not quite, and they're variegated. Aren't they beautiful? And they have these precious little blooms which do face upward, but it's kind of weird. The bottoms are here and the bloom goes up. They look kind of funny compared to other blooms, but beautiful nonetheless. So, okay, so here we are. It's time to up pot. I feel like I'm having to water it every day or 2 or 3. And I was hoping to maybe get it in a scenario, hold on. I was hoping to get it in a scenario where it was holding on to moisture a little bit better. It does want well draining, but just something a little bit more. I'm wondering if it's root bound. It may not be. Let's gently. Okay, it's right there at it. So that's good. I'm going to lay this right here. And I think I'm going to just go with the next size up and not like 2, because I don't want to be lifting all this and finding space for it in the house. So I think I'm just going to grab one of these little barrels. I found these real cheap, both sets, at dollar store. So $1.25 got me one of these. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some. Let me put my fill dirt in here, and then we'll be right back. So I want to put a little bit in the bottom because I think my plant just needs maybe about 1.5 inches or so of a build-up to kind of get around the ridges. Okay. And then I'm going to actually put this in here. I saw this little trick on TV and I thought, oh, that's brilliant. So what you do is get the dirt around the edges the best you can and let it make, probably would have been better if I had wet this down, and I can still wet it down. I'm not too late for that. But this way, it allows you to hold space for where your plant was. Kind of a cool hack I learned from Laura at Garden Answer. And when you pull it out, there's a little hole down here at the bottom. Let me show you. You see? So it's already ready for when you want to plop. Is that an official gardening term? Plop your plant right in there. Ooh, it's a little bit high. Okay, we'll fix that. Let's pull it out. Let's get a little bit more out of the base. I overcompensated. There we go. I think Buddy found a little plastic pot for him to play with. Buddy's my dog. There we go. All right, sits down there a little bit better. Okay, let's get a little bit more dirt to fill around the edges. Perfect. These are its next blooms about to come on. Isn't that beautiful? Now that you can see up close a little better. I am just putting it in regular potting soil. Use whatever you prefer. This is just Miracle-Gro moisture control because I just bought a bag of this to use to keep my seedlings moist, which is working. We'll go around the tables here in a little bit. But oh, there we go. Much better. Goes all the way up. You can finish it off on the top with either stones or moss or something like that. I will probably leave mine plain since it's just going to be right out here in the garden. Here, I'm going to put this little tag with it so I know. Cyclamen. That's what I paid. I paid $6.50 a couple months ago for it. But I'm going to put the tag in there just in case I shouldn't forget, but you never know. And so, oh, and it does need some water. Let's do that first. Oh, no, I don't need to water it because, oh my goodness, our odds of rain are like 100% this afternoon. So I just will skip that part. But do that if you're doing this project at your home. So I have this great little area right over here. And this is my shade garden and my banana pit over here. And it does have shade plants too. And I've just been putting this little guy right here. Oops. Let's make a flatter spot for it. There we go. That's better. All right. And that's really nice. It's nice to next to my jewelweed or balsam. I guess that's what it's called, impatiens. There's all sorts of gingers that haven't come up yet. Periwinkle, chaya, just a trumpet plant back there, and I have an acha up here and fig way in the back. But mostly this is just flowers and floral things, and so it's going to totally enjoy the indirect sunlight that this gets right here, because the sun just wants to peek between the house and the boat barn, but doesn't quite get this area. Maybe if it does, it's like less than an hour. So I think it's going to really love its new home, and definitely love that new little pot. I love that the dollar store or whatever it was thinks of us gardeners. Every spring they put out nice little planters. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today just for that quick little project of uppotting the cyclamen. I hope you enjoy it, and when you see it in the stores, maybe you'll go ahead and buy it and add it to your house or your gardens. I think we'll save the seedling tour for a little bit later, but probably next. So anyhow, you guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.